I am with my associate, Zach Bailey. And Zach, just like me, you are on the ground every day in these courts. And how has this pandemic affected the everyday life of these court cases and the courts themselves?
It's different. Courtrooms are pretty much empty right now for the most part. If you have a case still, which is becoming increasingly rare, what they're doing is saying you and you alone should be in the courtroom. No friends, no family. The few hearings I've been to, it's been an empty courtroom. Boone County, for example, they have sheriffs out front checking to make sure the attorney and the client are the only people coming in that courtroom. So they have a list of the slate to make sure only certain people are coming in.
And so normally it's a free and open court and anyone can come in. They may have to go through security. So this is very unusual. Am I right?
It is. It's extremely unusual, but extenuating circumstances sort of make this a necessity. And there are 92 counties in Indiana. All 92 have filed something with the Supreme Court looking for some sort of relief during all this. So that sort of varies by county. But yeah, it's extraordinary circumstances. They're taking extraordinary measures right now to prevent the spread.
And Zach, so what kind of things are the 92 counties asking the Supreme Court to allow them to do? Give us a rough example here.
A lot of it is continue cases, non-essential hearings, pretrial conferences, stuff like that. They're just moving a few months out to give everybody a chance to stay at home and not come in and not contribute to the spread. Some cases are continuing, but a lot of it's being done over video court now. And these courts are sort of learning the technology as they go, but they're doing a good job of rolling with it, given the circumstances.
So, I mean, cases that were separate guilty pleas, courts are trying to do their best to go through with those if it's going to have an impact on the client, such as maybe a driver's license, or what else are you seeing out there?
We're seeing a lot if it's going to get somebody out of custody. With everything going on, they definitely want the jails to sort of reduce occupancy in the jails, and we're seeing that in some other counties, Marion County as well. If a plea is going to get someone out of jail, the court's going to do everything they can, maybe a video hearing in order to make that happen. I've seen a few cases where they'll do it without a signed plea and everybody agrees on the record that these are the terms of the plea, and somebody will come back later and sign it. So the courts are really making an effort to resolve as much as they can.
So if somebody's in jail, they're likely going to have a hearing still.
Yes.
If they're not in jail, pretty much they can count on not having a hearing until probably about after May. Am I right?
That's where they're going right now. It depends on the county, depends on the court. We're seeing some that are pushing to early May, but with everything going on, it's tough to say when exactly everything's going to kick back up again.
And so if somebody doesn't know about court, if they don't understand their court dates, what's the best thing for them to do?
Please call us. We can check immediately, let you know if that court date has been continued, when it's been continued to. Just give us a call. Right now, don't assume it's on without giving us a call and making sure that you still have court.
And we even though we're mostly working remotely, we're still answering phones. We're still taking calls. So if anybody has any questions about court dates, just call us. I had a young lady give me a call earlier this week. She was arrested and she bonded out, and she was told she had court the next day, and she was in a panic. The sheriff would not let her into the building. They said, "No, get out of here." And she's crying, and she called our office, and she's never been arrested before. But essentially, if you're not in jail, you're not going to have court. Just give us a call. We will do our best. Even call whatever attorney you've hired for dates. If you can't get a hold of them, you truly are confused, give us a call. We will help you out, because this is an unprecedented situation, and we don't want anyone feeling like they're totally lost. So Zach, the courthouse itself, for the most part, is closed. Does that mean all business has stopped?
No, absolutely not. To their credit, every prosecutor I've reached out to has done a great job of getting back to me right away. Some things are essential right now. With everything going on, people need to drive. So, for essentials, grocery store, and medicine, stuff like that. So, we can reach out to the prosecutor. We can still work on specialized driving privileges. We can still, whatever's going on, we're still in contact with the prosecutors and with court staff as well. They're running a smaller staff, but, we know who to get in touch with. Judges are still hearing motions. So it's difficult right now, but we're making the most of it.
And so we actually had a really cool thing happen earlier this week. We filed for an expungement on Monday, and we got the order today. We're filming this Thursday. So, I mean, that was the quickest turnaround I've ever gotten. So I give everybody credit to this. Judges are working from home. There's actually judges at the buildings, at the courthouses, but they're taking shifts almost. But everything, about 2 years ago, Indiana went online for orders and motions. And, no one could anticipate this, but it really has been a godsend because, if this had happened 3 years ago, I don't know what would have happened. We would have had paper files, and I don't know what would happen. But because everything's online, you're seeing judges working from home. We're getting some orders signed at some really odd hours because they're like everybody else, taking care of their families, taking care of their responsibilities. And I give them credit. They're out there working. And Zach, I've been amazed too. The prosecutors I've reached out to, some of the fastest turnarounds either. And those guys are working odd hours too. I got an email response like 10:30 at night. Like, why are you working so late? You don't get paid enough. My kids are finally asleep. I got time to do work. So things are still moving along, maybe a little bit differently, maybe a little bit slower, but they're still moving. So again, give us a call. Zach, I appreciate all the hard work. Zach has had more hearings during this shutdown than any other attorney at the law firm. And so he's putting himself out there. And I'll put a picture of the Boone County Courthouse with their white tent. They took your temperature, right?
Took my temperature. I'm symptom free, so it was like a free checkup. It was good to know.
You have a great day, Zach. Anybody needs us, give us a call, 317-632-3642. Remember, always plead the fifth.